So I guess we're going to start with cleaning out the carb. Got this carb kit. I think it was on Amazon. So Shindy, I think they're a name brand. I am not familiar with any of this stuff. I've been out of the loop for so long. And I am happy to be back in. It's been fun learning, taking this apart. I've never had the machine apart before, so this is fun learning how it goes together. Let me see, a couple jets in there. Comes with a needle. May or may not do the air mixture, but I gotta get it cleaned up, taken apart, cleaned up, and I'm gonna use probably all the new parts. Oh, and don't know if you guys wanted to see the part numbers there. So this is, I do have an 86, but it says for an 85. I don't know if there was much of a difference for the carbs or not. I guess I'll find out. I don't think there was that much of a difference between the years. I know my plastic color scheme is an 85 color because that's what I like. And I did replace them. I could have went back to white. Friend that I bought it off of, he had swapped it over to the 85 color scheme. But I kind of like the red and white more than just all white. Couple gaskets. I have never had one of these carbs apart, so it's going to be a learning experience for me. What does that say? 138. I think that's 138. $42. I'm not sure. Can that camera pick that up? I think it says 42. $138. That's for the slide. Top slide. All right, we'll see what's missing. And what I also learned, I do have JIS screwdrivers. I know they look like a Phillips, but a lot of times working on these Japanese equipment, you'll notice I was taught that see how it looks like a Phillips, but you see that dot? That tells you it's a JIS screwdriver. You can use Phillips in there, but you take a chance of stripping them out. They don't really seat as well as these are made for these. A little split there on that. I could probably cut that back and put that back on. All right, let's get into this and see what we got. Need repair too. Start at the top and work our way down. Yeah. They are tight. That's probably too big. Nope, that was good. Man, I don't want to strip that. Go too hard, it's going to hammer. There it goes. A little corrosion in there. Slide's fairly free. I think it could be a little better than that. Okay. Butterfly and the slide open together. That's what the spring's for, okay. Alright, let's get to the bottom. That's definitely a Phillips. Wow. I don't know if this has ever been apart. I think when this was parked, it was before ethanol fuel was really taking over. Man. I don't want to do too much. Feels like it's gonna strip. See, it's kind of wallowing out, but it's right there. It's almost. Something let loose. So close. Give it a little bit of heat, maybe that'll release that a little bit. Well, I seem to have misplaced my torch, so I guess I'll go back to just fighting with it. No, that one's a less. Booger. Try to clean up the rust around it a little. Just enough to hold it. There it goes. Didn't booger it too bad. Yeah, she's dry and crusty. She needs a good cleaning. Plastic. No idea if that's original or not. So dried out, wouldn't even know if there was any gas. Probably never would have been. Probably would have been evaporated. Oops. Doesn't look too bad, but probably use the new stuff. Kind of getting out of eye shot, wasn't I? It's clear. I can see through it. Yep. It does say 138. A little clogged. You can see through some of them. Like two that are a little dirty. Crud in there. This might be too much. Nope, that fits. Oh, can you see that? The residue in there that looks like sand, but it's probably rust or crap that was in the gas. Yeah, that's plugged completely. She wouldn't have run. Let's clean that one out. No, that's this one. This I'll reuse. I think it uses a rubber seat and a rubber tipped needle. I don't think I'm going to mess with the air mixture. Should I? Shouldn't I? How many in is it? Let's see. Half, 1, half, 3/4, 1 3/4. Should write that down. There. All right. as well take it out. If I'm doing it this far, I might as well go. O-ring was still intact. Lots of corrosion on that. I should have a spring in that. Washer. Spring. I don't know what that plug's for. Another one down here. So that same tube, I got this over here. It's almost like a jet. It looks plastic. Huh. Maybe not. Feels metal. Must be just brass. Oh, that's little. It's clear. I can't read any writing on it. Keep those together. I didn't plan on taking the needle out, but probably give it a better cleaning if I do. It's a little more complicated because the arm connects to the throttle. All I'm using is this degreaser, so it's nothing too harsh. It's not carb cleaner or anything. I mean, I'm going to push some through it just to clean out the holes, but air breather. Okay. Does work smooth. I don't think this needs that much of a cleaning, so wish I could get to this choke because there's probably an O-ring down in here. Maybe after the cleaning it'll do better. All right, well, let's put it in. gaskets. This gasket out. Didn't want to damage it. I do have another one, but I'm trying to be very non-destructive. Open. That's cruddy too. It looks like that had an O-ring on it too, but it's glad we pulled that off. That's pretty hammered, dry rotted, so that probably needs to get replaced. We'll leave it on until we get it cleaned. O-ring off this. The old one. That's crusty. I'll put the plastic in. So plastic, I don't want to mess with that. Leave that on. Overflows good. Whatever on that shot anyways. Don't think I need that. And a little bit of water. I think we'll let that run, and we'll come back in a minute. Okay, I'm back. It's actually been 2 days. Had a grad party to go to. I ran out of time, so I let everything soak. Yesterday I let everything dry completely, and I started just cleaning up the outer body. It's still, as you can probably see, it's got, I don't say a lot, but just the surface and all these nooks. Not that worried about it. It's clean, so things seems to be functioning. So let's get this back together. Not the most exciting, but I was learning as I went to never worked on one of these before. So, yeah, let's get everything back together. Start with air mixture. And I'm glad I wrote it down. We were 1 3/4 out. So let's go all the way in. That's it. Half, 1, half, 3/4. So hopefully that's the same. All right. I don't know if there was anything in this one. Was that this one? Nope. So we had one in the side here. Put that over here. That one had this plastic plug at the top. Well, be the bottom. All right. Should go in there. Okay, our emulsion tube. I still have the needle in there. I never did take that out, but that all seemed pretty clean around that. Okay, and our main jet. Being that high. Was it that high? Must have been. Yeah. Okay. I don't know if I mentioned after I dried it out, I sprayed it out with some carb cleaner too. Whoops, guess that goes on afterwards. Okay. Should be everything on the bottom. I did clean this up too. I ended up taking this out, cleaning inside. I had a bunch of gunk in it. I did put the screw back in already. There was a O-ring on that I had to replace. This one came with one too, so I'm glad I took it apart. So took the old one out. It was flat and crusty too, so sure it would have been fine, but it's much better. Yep, that's not going to work. Well, hopefully that O-ring stays on. Just going snug. And then there. Hear the float in there. See if that's working. Yep, that's working. Okay. Oh. There it goes. Maybe in the future I'll just cut that off and put another piece of heat shrink in there, but for now, go right there. It's just touching the slide. I'll adjust that after I get it running. I wish I could have got to that choke. If it acts up, I'll have to take that off and re-clean that then. But it does make that hard bend. Why is that not grabbing? Might not have been lined up. Okay. And I think that's pretty much clean. Got a little residue to it, but I'll give it another spray before I put it on. I think that's done. All right, on to the next.